From American actress to global icon, from red carpets to royal corridors, Meghan Markle's journey has been anything but ordinary. Today she turns 44 and the world is still talking. But not just about her, about what she represents. Love, rebellion, legacy, and yes, royalty. But what were her most unforgettable royal moments? And why do they still spark debate across breakfast tables, newsrooms, and palace walls? Buckle up. We're not just celebrating a birthday. We're revisiting the moments that made Meghan Markle the most talked about royal woman of our time. Like, share, and subscribe before we continue the untold royal story. It was May 19, 2018. St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle glowed with anticipation. Meghan Markle walked down the aisle in a sleek Givenchy gown, simple, elegant, and powerful. But this wasn't just another royal wedding. It was a historical reset. The first biracial woman to marry into the British royal family in modern history. A woman divorced, American, and unapologetically herself. And then there was the gospel choir. The sermon by Bishop Michael Curry. The symbolism in her veil, embroidered with 53 Commonwealth flowers. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a statement. The monarchy had opened its gates, and Meghan stepped through them, not quietly but boldly. Was it controversial? Absolutely. But not because of who she was, rather because of how she changed the very rhythm of royal tradition. In 2018, shortly after her marriage to Prince Harry, Meghan embarked on her first royal tour: Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and Tonga. The media frenzy was immediate. Crowds lined up for hours. Gifts poured in. And Meghan? She delivered. From barefoot beach walks to speeches empowering young girls, Meghan combined diplomacy with authenticity. Her speech in Fiji about education for women in developing countries was lauded internationally. And then the baby news dropped. Mid-tour, the palace announced that Meghan was pregnant with Archie. The world swooned. But this was more than just royal baby news. It was a modern fairy tale unfolding in real time. Meghan was redefining what it meant to be a royal, hands-on, heartfelt, and headline-worthy. One of Meghan's boldest moves came in 2019. Not a palace appearance, not a royal decree, but a magazine cover. Meghan guest-edited British Vogue's September issue, titled "Forces for Change." She didn't place herself on the cover, a move both humble and radical. Instead, she featured 15 women, activists, leaders, artists who were shaping the future. There was no tiara, no royal portrait, no tea and scones. Just raw, real, global voices of change. Meghan was using her platform not for tradition, but for transformation. It was predictably a media storm. But beneath the headlines was a deeper shift, a duchess daring to be different, and millions watching her every move with fascination. In 2019, Meghan gave birth to Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. It was a quiet affair. No traditional steps of the Lindo wing, no media circus. Instead, Meghan and Harry chose a more private path. Their choice to shield their child from the harsh spotlight wasn't without public curiosity, but it was undeniably heartfelt. Meghan, in interviews, spoke openly about the challenges of being a new mother under scrutiny. Later, during the couple's time in Canada and California, we saw glimpses of Meghan reading to Archie, baking with him, walking through sunlit parks. These weren't just viral moments, they were subtle acts of redefinition. Meghan wasn't just a royal. She was a modern mother, protective and present. Now, no list of Meghan's royal moments is complete without that interview. In 2021, Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey, and the world paused. It was raw. It was emotional. It was revealing. But more importantly, it sparked global conversations about race, mental health, and the unseen pressures of royal life. Meghan wasn't tearing down the monarchy. She was peeling back layers that had long gone unexamined. Whether you agreed with her or not, one thing was undeniable. Meghan's voice reached millions who had never felt seen before. The interview will forever stand as a moment when royalty met real talk. After stepping back from royal duties, Meghan didn't fade away. She launched the podcast Archetypes, spotlighting stereotypes faced by women. She interviewed Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, and more, unpacking labels like diva, ambitious, hysterical. For Meghan, it was never just about royalty, it was about impact. Archetypes gave her that platform, and once again, she didn't just use it, she owned it. Now at 44, Meghan Markle stands at a crossroads of history and legacy. She's no longer a working royal, but her influence echoes globally. She's a mother of two, a producer, an advocate, a feminist. And yes, still a duchess. But perhaps more than that, she's a mirror for a generation redefining tradition on their own terms. Every dress she wears, every cause she supports, every word she speaks, it all gets dissected, admired, sometimes challenged. But isn't that the hallmark of someone truly impactful? Meghan Markle turns 44 today. And while the tiara might not always be visible, the crown she carries is made of resilience, reinvention, and refusal to be anything but herself. She didn't just join the royal family. She rewrote what being royal could mean in the 21st century. And whether you see her as a heroine, a disruptor, or simply a woman writing her own story, one thing is clear. Meghan Markle is not done making headlines. She's only just getting started. Happy birthday, Duchess. The world is still watching and listening.